Hello, it's Designs by Heart here today, and we are going to make a card to match our pot holder that we made the other day with the cathedral look to the pot holder. We did a pillow, and then as an example to show you one of the squares, we did a pot holder. So I thought it would be really neat, which I do a lot of times when I give a gift, to actually make a card that would coordinate with the gift of the pot holder. The pillow I'll probably keep, but I might just give the pot holder to a friend. So what I do a lot of times when I'm doing my cards, I do a lot of cards for people. I usually take whatever I've made or whatever, and I take the pattern and I make a picture of it, and then I print it on my printer. I don't have the best of printer, but this did pretty good. Sometimes it doesn't, but sometimes it does. So what I did was, on my card, I cut out a piece for the back. And this piece right here, I cut it out with my cutter, and it is a 4 1/8 by 5 1/8 because the card itself is a 4.25 by 5 1/2. So that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But I always like to put, a back here usually. And so what I did on this was I used my embossing machine. I have a small embosser that I really enjoy. And the embosser card that I used for that one, for the backing, I used the floral, since there was a floral pattern on the actual card piece itself. So I used that. And then for the squares that I have here, I use the embosser that has I call it dotted Swiss, but it's just the dots. And that gives it texture and makes it look quilted. Now we actually didn't quilt this, but this could be taken, I don't have a quilter, but this could be taken to a quilter and they could actually quilt it for you to make it really quilted up and down and throughout your design. But on here it looks quilted, and I like a lot of texture on my gifts and everything with a lot of design. So that turned out very well, and I think it coordinates really well with the gift. So whoever gets this is getting something very special. Also, I wanted to show you that this right here, I decided to make a pattern. So before I went cutting out my pieces, so I made a large diamond and a smaller diamond that fits inside here, so it helps to make the cathedral part of your window just like was on your piece that we made the other day of the pot holder. And then you have to of course have a square. This isn't quite square, this is a little bit more of a rectangle. You can do it perfectly square, but I like the rectangle because, like I said, you are going to cover that up with your points on your diamonds. So anyway, you could also embellish this, or you can put glitter or whatever you would like to do to finish this piece. And also inside, I don't know exactly what I'm going to put, and I usually put something on the outside of the card like thank you or hello or something like that. I haven't decided quite what I'm going to put on here yet, but I will put something there. And then on the inside, it will probably say something about quilting of life or something like that. I haven't quite put the words together yet, but I will do that. Then I always sign them on the back, and I put my actual description of who I am and everything, so they'll have that. Now, if you do cards, you know that it takes a lot of time to do a card, and a lot of people probably just throw them in the trash. I hope not, because a lot of love and a lot of time goes in a card. Last night, I just wanted to design one that was like this. It's just different. It's a little more modern, the colors, and I used embellishments on it. So you may like and prefer to do something like this. I used the same technique on this card. Alright, so that's the card for our gift. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today on making the card that matches our pot holder. I enjoyed making it to show it to you. Happy crafting, and we look forward to seeing you next time by Designs by Heart.